friends, today I'm doing a starter guide on how to set up the Sidetracked Home Executives index card cleaning routine. Hey, if we haven't met before, my name is Betsy. I have a wonderful husband and 2 small kids and a 3rd one on the way, and I am so excited for this video today. I have been waiting to do this. This is a starter guide for how to set up the index card cleaning routine for Sidetracked Home Executives. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I did a video previously where I talked about the Sidetracked Home Executive system, or the SHE system as it is known. These 2 sisters that got together and decided to make order out of chaos in both of their homes. Their homes were just chaotic and crazy, and they decided they had to figure out a way to bring things back into order and under control, and they did that using an index card cleaning routine. I will link the video that I did on that below, kind of overviewing the system and what it's all about. But in today's video, I wanted to take you through setting up my index card cleaning routine. I decided that I am going to give this a try and see how I like it, and already I can tell you that I am really looking forward to using this system.
This is going to be great!
So first off, I'm going to give you the supplies that I am using to set up this system. And then secondly, I'm going to take you through just examples of some of the cards that I'm doing and how those would kind of be organized in the system. And then lastly, I'm just going to tell you a couple of things already that I love looking at how this system will work for our family.
Well, first things first.
So first off, supplies. If you do not have the Sidetracked Home Executives book, now this is an old copy of it, there's newer versions, but in this book is where they really kind of give you the breakdown of how you do the index card cleaning routine. So that might be helpful to have on hand, but however, it's not necessary. If you go through this video, you will have enough to get you started. So first off, you've got an index card file box. I bought one of the cheapest ones that I could find. Next thing you're gonna need is index card dividers. You need blank ones. It was hard to find a big pack, but I did find a big pack of these. I think it's 100 dividers, and you probably won't need 100 dividers, but it's nice to have more than what you think you might need. A pack of multicolored index cards. In their system, they give specific colors for specific things, and I'll show you what I mean by that. It is important, if you're going to follow their color system, to have white index cards, to have yellow index cards, to have pink index cards, and to have blue index cards. And if you do it exactly like what they're doing, the most you'll want to have lots of white, because they use the white for multiple things, but those are kind of the colors you want. I got a pack that had a few more colors in it. I've got some green and some purple, and I actually am using those for some different things as well. So departing a little bit from exactly how they do it, but the extra colors just help me to see quickly what I'm looking at. You also want a good pen. This is just a nice Faber-Castell pen that I love. You can use whatever you want. So those are the supplies. That's it. It's very little to get started.
Well, that was easy.
I'm going to take you through this box, and now I have set it up so far. You can see I have taped a little mini calendar here, 2024 calendar on the front. This is just helpful to have the year calendar at a glance. As you are organizing different things and looking at different months and how the days fall, you will want a calendar at a glance on your box so that you can reference those things quickly. On the back of the box, they encourage you to write out a basic week plan and then to tape it to the inside lid of the box. I'll put a slide up that shows for myself what I chose to do for my basic week plan. The beauty of this is you can set up your week plan however you want. They give suggestions, but there's nobody telling you exactly what you have to do on what day. You decide for yourself based on your schedule. So for us in our family, our schedule, I decided that Monday being my free day was the best. And they talk a little bit, they go into detail about a free day, but they really encourage you to have at least one day during the week where you don't have a ton of cleaning that you're doing. You're not running errands all day. Tuesday, I have errands day. That's a good day for me to be out running errands. Wednesday is a heavy cleaning day. So that is a day when I know that I'm going to be home and I will have large stretches of time to get a lot of cleaning done on that day. Thursday, I put errands/cleaning day because while probably it is ideal to keep those things confined to their own day, I find sometimes that there's other errands you forgot, or things come up, or you don't get all the cleaning done. So I decided to make Thursday an errands / cleaning day. Friday is a friends / fun outing day. Fridays are usually a good day for us to do play dates or do something fun, just me and the kids. Saturdays, I put family and project day. My husband is home on Saturdays, and so that's a great day for us to spend time as a family, but we usually like to either do something as a family, go somewhere, or we're working around the house, working on projects. And so I have labeled Saturday as a family and project day. And then Sundays is a day of rest, hang out as a family, and just not have a lot planned. All right, so that is my basic week plan. Now we'll kind of get into the innards of what is inside of my card file box. The first thing that stays at the front of the box at all times is my menu plan, where you're doing kind of specific sorts of dishes each night. I've not really done that before, and so I'm going to try that and see how I like it. The thing that appeals to me about it is the narrowing down of making decisions. You're not thinking every night like, what's it going to be? You just kind of know what is coming up, and so I'm going to give that a whirl and see how I like it. And then we get into daily tasks. So I'm going to show you here, if you can kind of see at the front. Today is not the 1st. It's not January, and it's not the 1st, but I'm just showing you for ease of illustrating what it looks like. So what you have these index card dividers that are labeled 1 through 31. Most months, either it's 30 days or 31 days, and then you divide up your job cards in that month. So this cleaning system is broken down very much like other cleaning systems. If you are or have done other cleaning routines where you've got daily tasks, weekly tasks, and then like monthly tasks or seasonal tasks, rotating tasks. At the beginning of every month, whichever month it is, you have, well, first things first, this just says January on it, but what you would list here is January birthdays, and you have one card. I chose to do green cards. They say to do white for these, but again, I kind of liked using different colors. For each month, at the front of each month, you have one birthday card. So for that month, you know kind of what's coming up, who has a birthday, who has an anniversary. A lot of people would do this digitally. You know, you have digital reminders on your phone and whatever. That's totally fine. But if you're looking at this system, you will know this is an analog system. Everything's done on paper. So doing a birthday card at the front of each month, you have your menu plan that goes at the front at all times. And then you keep at the front of the month your reminders for birthdays and anniversaries. And then they always encourage you to file to the front. So if today is the 1st of January, your job cards for that day are going to be in front of the one. And then I'm just going to give you an example of some of the job cards I have. They encourage you to put yellow job cards, use yellow job cards for daily tasks or every other day tasks. I don't really have every other day tasks. I just have daily tasks. For me, these are things like make the bed. And if you go back and watch my previous video, I kind of lay out how they have you write the cards specifically. So I won't go into that here, but the time limit that's there, how often you do it, and the specific job. So making the bed, dressing and fixing up. They encourage you for a while, if there are things that you are struggling with, things that are not a habit, or things that you're really kind of wanting to ingrain in yourself, that you make a job card for it. And if at some point you feel like it's in there and you're doing it, you can toss the job card and not use it anymore. But for these two, I really felt like I needed that reminder in the morning to get up, make my bed, get dressed, and kind of mentally get ready for the day. Emptying the dishwasher, you'll notice on here it says kids assist. I put kids assist under any task that I felt like the kids could help me. There's some where I feel like they can do it themselves. Our oldest kid is 5.5, so I'm feeling like we're getting pretty close, except for like, you know, sharp knives and things like that, to that child being able to empty the dishwasher. Now, I will say for me, if you had talked to me even a year ago or 2 years ago, that would have never even entered my mind, because I have 2 kids. They are 18 months apart, and for a long time, it felt like I just had 2 babies and 2 toddlers, and the idea of giving my kids, having them help at all with any kind of chores was like, that's not going to happen. But now I feel like we have kind of entered this new phase where I have a 5-year-old and an almost 4-year-old, and the kids really are capable. They really are able to help set the table, help empty the dishwasher, help sweep. I've really opened up to kind of, oh, this is a new season that we're in as a family where I can actually look to the kids and give them little jobs to do. Laundry, keeping laundry going. Sweeping the kitchen floor, that obviously has to happen at least once a day. The beauty of this is I set these job cards up not according to how the Sidetracked Home Executives book said, this is the exact list you have to do. I set these up according to what our family needs done during the day. This fits our family. I don't have unnecessary chores in there that I don't really need or I'm not going to do. And I really have chosen the things that keep our house functioning, keep it running, and keep it going. So daily tasks, yellow cards. Once you get through daily tasks, then they encourage you to put weekly tasks on blue cards. You would have these blue cards sprinkled in through your 31 days of the month, according to, how the calendar was falling and what happened once a week. So a lot of these would take place on a day, if you go back to that basic weekly plan that is taped in the lid of the container. These would go on the cleaning day, on your heavy cleaning day or your kind of moderate cleaning day. And so for me, that would be Wednesday or it would be Thursday. Washing the windows, the inside of the windows, that has to happen weekly. 10-minute declutter, entering receipts. Those are things that are not going to be mentioned probably in other people's cleaning routines or, home management systems. But for me, I know the stuff that I need to do to keep things running. On blue cards, you have weekly tasks, if you can see that, and then every other week. So every other week up there at the top, you can see you do weekly and every other week on the blue cards. Pink cards. Pink cards are supposed to be for personal things, personal care or personal hobbies, stuff like that. So these ones I struggle a little bit more with. Obviously, nail care, that's a personal hygiene thing that I need to do. But I struggled a little bit with what to put on the pink cards. I don't go get regular manicures or pedicures. Appointments of any kind I put on my calendar. I don't really want to take the extra step of putting them in the card file box. Or things like hobbies. For me, that's just, I fit those things in when I can. Lastly, there's purple cards. Now, again, I am departing from the Sidetracked Home Executive system. They use white cards for this. So for purple, I'm doing basically anything bigger than weekly or every other week I'm putting on the purple cards. Every quarter I'm switching out my kids' clothes, just making sure that everything that is in their closet and in their dresser drawers is current and up to date. Monthly I am mending. Okay, so after these dividers, behind that are the rest of the months of the year. And the green cards you see in there, again, are the birthday or anniversary list. And then if you have things way far out, like we're talking about things that are your purple cards, so things that are 2 times per year or yearly, those things you can stick out in your month dividers. On the 25th of the month, before the next month starts, you take the cards that are in your current month and you're putting them back into the next month and starting the process of kind of getting the next month set up. It sounds more complicated than it is.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about this.
When you get in the habit of starting to do these tasks and then moving them back, I know for myself, I think this is going to be something that is just going to start to be second nature. It's like a to-do list that you're checking things off, but instead of checking things off, you're just moving a card. When a card gets done, you move it to the next. When it gets done, you move it to the next. And I think it'll take a little bit to kind of get in the habit and in the routine, but if it makes sense to you and if these tasks make sense to you and kind of how your household runs, like I said, then I think you're going to find a pretty easy time of keeping it in order and really keeping you on track. Okay, last, before I wrap up, I just wanted to tell you really quick, the number one thing that I'm loving so far in looking at this system. Well, 2 things. Number one, this is just very visual. It is just, it's right here, hard copy, paper. It's not hidden away on my phone. It's not some app that I have to like get on, yet one more thing that I have to get on my phone for. If you are more of a digital person, this, right, you probably haven't lasted this long in the video, but this wouldn't be up your alley. Secondly, I love that it's very changeable. You can toss a card if it's not working, or you can change it. If this basic week plan that you're doing is, you get a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks into it and you're like, this is not working, you can just rip that right out. You can rewrite something else that works and go with that. And then the last thing that I really love, and this is so awesome, I'm having another baby soon, so I'm going to be postpartum again soon. And if you have ever been in a season of life either where you have been postpartum or just an overwhelming season of life, your sweet husband comes along and he's like, how can I help you? You're like, I don't know, there's dishes in the sink and the bathroom is a mess and I just don't know what to do about these pile of papers on the counter. And you list off about 10 things things, and the poor man looks at you and he's like, which one do you want me to do? You know, with these, it is just so helpful to just have a card and just say, can you take care of this for me? And it's a very clear task. It gives very clear parameters. Even now, like I said, with the age our kids are at, handing it to my husband and saying, can you have the kids do X, Y, and Z? Or can you have the kids help you do X, Y, and Z? And for my husband, it's very clear. It's very defined. It's got an end point to it. And it's not just me kind of blubbering, but it would be most helpful for our family, for me to have these job cards and to just be able to hand it over and say, would you please get this done? Or if my husband is working on dinner, we're doing, Mexican on Wednesday, could you pull together stuff for tacos? So that is what I love. I hope this has been an encouragement for you. This may be up your alley, it may not be, but I just really hope that if you do try this, you'll let me know how it goes. I'm gonna let you know how mine goes as I get into it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.